Let's unpack what privilege access workstation is and what design considerations should be given. Privileged access workstations are highly secure, dedicated computers used exclusively for sensitive tasks that involve privileged accounts such as system administration or managing critical resources. Unlike regular workstation, pods are hardened and isolated from potential threats like phishing attacks, malware, or compromised software that can affect everyday devices. Why should pods be used? By using a dedicated workstation solely for privileged tasks, you reduce the chance of malware or unauthorized access. Since pods aren't used for web browsing, email, or general tasks, the attack surface is much smaller. Privileged accounts such as domain administrators are high-value targets for attackers. Pods safeguard these accounts by providing a lockdown environment where credentials and tokens are far less likely to be stolen or compromised. If an attacker compromises a standard user device, they might try to move laterally within the network to escalate their privileges. Pods prevent this by keeping privileged activities separate from regular network traffic, which makes it harder for attackers to gain access to higher level resources. Many regulations and best practices require stronger protections for privileged accounts. Pods help organizations comply with these standards and provides peace of mind that sensitive activities are being conducted in a secure manner. The diagram shows security controls to provide a secure workstation for sensitive users throughout its life cycle. The solution relies on core security capabilities in the Windows 10 operating system, Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, Microsoft Entra ID, and Microsoft Intune. Successfully deploying a secure workstation requires an end-to-end security approach that covers devices, accounts, intermediaries, and security policies applied to application interfaces. Each element in the system must be addressed to ensure a comprehensive privilege access security strategy. At all levels, Intune policies enforce security hygiene by ensuring regular updates and security patches. As the security level of the device increases, the attack surface is minimized while maintaining user productivity as much as possible. A key aspect of securing a workstation is using hardware rooted in trust and ensure the device has been securely provisioned from the supply chain. Technologies essential to this root of trust for modern laptops include Trusted Platform Module 2.0, BitLocker Drive encryption, UEFI secure boot, drivers and firmware distributed via Windows Update, virtualization based security and hypervisor code integrity, Windows Halo, direct memory access IO protection, and system guard. These trusted technologies ensure the integrity and security of the device from the hardware level up. For deployment, Windows Autopilot is used to transform modern hardware into a secure, business-ready state. Autopilot allows you to configure Microsoft OEM optimized Windows 10 devices which arrive from the manufacturer in a known good state. Instead of re-imaging potentially insecure devices, Autopilot applies settings, policies, installs required application and ensure the device meets organizational standards. In short, pods act as a protective barrier for the most critical accounts in your organization and ensure that administrative tasks are carried out in a secure, controlled, and isolated environment. The slide shows Windows 10 hardening guidance for reducing device and user compromise risk. This guidance outlines to strengthen the security of Windows 10 devices, reduce the risk associated with device or user compromise. By leveraging modern hardware technologies like device health attestation, this solution ensures attackers cannot persist during the device early boot phase. Device health attestation works by managing security features and risk through a combination of policies and technologies to prevent persistent threats at startup. Device health attestation is a security feature that helps ensure that a device is in a secure and trusted state before it is allowed access to sensitive resources. Let's break down the 3 secure workstation profiles and each tailored to different levels of security requirements. The enterprise device profile is ideal for home users, small businesses, general developers, and enterprises aiming to establish a baseline security posture. This profile allows users to install and run any application, browse any website, and leverage productivity tools like email and web browsing. However, to safeguard against potential threats and anti-malware, endpoint detection solutions such as Microsoft Defender for Endpoint are required. Security is enhanced through a policy-based approach which includes auditing and monitoring user behavior and profile usage via Intune. These policies help raise the security baseline, ensure customer data is secure even in environments where users need flexibility in their work. The enterprise security profile in the privileged access deployment guidance is configured using JSON files tailored to Windows 10. The specialized device profile significantly raises the security level by restricting users from self-administering their workstation. This means that only approved applications, those installed by an authorized administrator, can run. Application must be pre-approved and placed in designated locations like the program files or specific user profiles folders. While this setup limits users from installing their own applications, it helps prevent unnecessary risk. To avoid hampering productivity, ensure quick access to Microsoft Store applications or corporate managed applications to meet the specific needs of the users. This profile is suited for users who demand a more controlled environment but still require a seamless experience for tasks such as email and web browsing. These users expect familiar functionality like cookies and shortcuts, but do not need the ability to modify the device operating system, install drivers, or perform advanced tasks. Like the enterprise profile, the specialized security profile in the privileged access deployment guidance is configured with JSON files for Windows 10. The privileged access workstation represents the highest level of security, designed for roles with significant or material impact on the organization, such as administrators or high sensitivity roles. A compromise of these accounts could cause severe damage to the organization. The POP profile employs stringent security controls and policies that restrict local administrative access. Only essential productivity tools required for sensitive tasks are installed, reducing the attack surface to the bare minimum. Crucially, email and web browsing, common vectors for phishing attacks, are disabled to minimize the risk of compromise. Due to the restrictive nature of POP, users need separate accounts or workstation for general productivity tasks and web browsing. While this may seem inconvenient, it's a critical control to protect users whose accounts could cause widespread damage if compromised. The POP devices are equipped with advanced security features such as Credential Guard, which protects credentials from being stolen, Device Guard, which ensure only trusted applications can run, App Guard and Exploit Guard, which protect the system from malicious software or behavior, BitLocker, which encrypts local disk to protect sensitive data, and web traffic restrictions, in which internet access is limited to pre-approved destinations with a deny all policy as the default. The POS security profile in the privileged access deployment guidance is also configured using JSON files for Windows 10, which ensures strict security alignment with organizational requirements. These workstation profiles, such as like an enterprise, specialized, and privilege, address varying levels of security needs. As security requirements intensify from general business use to highly sensitive administrative roles, the restrictions become tighter and reduce the attack surface while balancing productivity. By following these guidelines, administrators can ensure their devices are hardened against threats with the appropriate level of security for each role. Hope now you know what are POS and what design consideration is needed for such solutions.